Welcome, folks, to Seekers of Legend, NeoExodus, Heralds of the End, Episode 9, nearly in the double digits. Before we get started, I would just like to say thank you to Harsis Mio and Kujo Kijo YT for following along.
And you hope you said that second name right.
Yes. I'm hoping it's phonetic, but...
As always, pronunciation is optional here at Seekers of Legend.
I would also like to say, to whatever caused this heat wave to finally break, I am very grateful.
Oh. Temperature went from 95 to 65 like it saw a state trooper.
Depends on which state you're in.
Michigan.
Okay, yeah, baby.
Yeah, we went from...
Texas, they might let you go.
Thursday it was 35 Celsius here in Macclesfield, and now it's back down to the low teens.
And we're hitting 108 degrees here.
Oof.
Not Celsius.
I was going to say...
Oh, God, I'm dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was actually the hottest day on record here in the UK on Thursday, and it got up to 96 Fahrenheit in London. Which, when you consider that the vast majority of buildings don't have air conditioning in London, must have been fun.
Note to self: never go to London.
If you stay in the main part, if you stay in the main part, if you stay in the center of the city, most of the buildings are air conditioned. But if you go out into like the suburbs, it's just like regular British housing. So yeah, not a sign of air conditioning anywhere. Our version of air conditioning is a supermarket fan and open windows.
No wonder it felt so cool today. Humidity's only 68%.
Right. So, as this week we do have Psionic back, although Onyx is delayed due to forgetting it was game day and being out running errands. But we should hopefully have him back later, and that should mean we have a full party for dealing with the cult in the Whispering Hills.
And of me, that is not able to be mind controlled, because mind buttressing armor. You are all safe.
Yeah, I felt it was only fair to make sure you were aware of it. I could have not told
Your
you.
funeral.
To be fair, I have enough tricks. I have enough tricks to make things interesting anyway. Is anyone getting echo off me?
I'm not getting an echo as of yet.
Okay.
No, I haven't heard one.
Just checking. Figured I'd check now, brother, before we get started.
And don't worry, Chris, I don't have any plans that shouldn't work.
You don't have any yet.
I don't have any yet.
I don't trust that it will say that way.
They should work.
You lot have pulled too many things out from under me for me to trust that it's not that you aren't going to come up with more.
Paladin somehow manages to deceive someone without lying.
Yes.
You make it sound like we do it on purpose.
You're
All
saying,
the time.
I was going to say you. I'd be slightly worried if you didn't do it at least partially on purpose. That would not.
That would not bode well.
No, particularly not after Jolene. That would have me distinctly disturbed.
I am never going to live that down, am I?
To be fair, I am... It's more just a case of the character that negated an entire session's worth of potential encounters is going to be infamous for a while, I think.
And the casters learn color spray and accidentally send the boss to another dimension.
You mean prismatic spray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Color spray is a little bit different.
Sorry, I'm playing with my color spray macro right now, so that's why I'm thinking of it.
Fair enough. So, yeah.
Understandable.
I shall bring you guys over and we can introduce you to some of the other characters you'll be dealing with tonight.
Yeah.
And then we can go to... and now Roll20 doesn't want to play ball. So, when you arrive, you notice two figures standing by the throne that are out of place. Who are introduced to you as Commander Ashan and Lieutenant Ramira, both of Sector Omega. That's the commander.
I'm gonna spend a moment focusing on both of them really quick. Are they evil?
No, the commander is lawful neutral, the lieutenant is lawful good.
Neither of them are evil. I feel more comfortable already.
While you're doing that, I'm going to take a moment to focus on her.
Okay, what do you want to know about the Imperatrix?
Oh, nothing, I'm just focusing on her.
He's just staring intently.
Yeah, that's probably going to make an Nexus kind of nervous.
It's not a smoldering look, it's an intense stare.
Yeah, that's still not going to make her...
There.
Yeah, that's still not going to make the... That's probably still not going to make the Imperatrix's bodyguard any happier about it. The guy with the rifle is staring intently at her charge.
Don't forget about the vest of alchemist fire.
Well, yes, but the rifle's more likely to get to her.
Literally the suicide bombing gun.
No, I was about to say, on the best, I'm gonna have to put that one up in the air.
Yeah, but she's
Well, yeah, that's the plan, to throw it up in the air.
Yes, but she's a panther warrior. She can definitely catch him. So, oops. Someone sending me a message, or am I hearing things?
No, I am, as I said, this other chat on Discord, they never stop messaging.
You might
You
want to...
there
You know you turned that notice off, the bell off on there.
Yeah, it might be a good idea with those servers.
Yeah, because I have Fredboat on my is one of mine, and it's one of the music servers and stuff, and it's like that thing goes off constantly. I had to shut that thing down fast.
Yeah,
Well, there's a reason that whenever you include a bot in your server, you should always make sure that there's a room specifically for the bot to be spammed.
funny,
Oh, it's...
but the commander will step forward. So you're the group that's going to be joining us on the raid, correct?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Right.
Unless you're the group that's supposed to be joining us on the raid.
We're on a
Look at
mission
that,
for
how you're
God.
Well,
Backing
We
him
are.
back
some of
around.
us are.
Like,
Literally, at least two people in this party were sent by their god.
yeah, the commander quirks an eyebrow at this. Ah.
Yeah,
And
the
sort of
paladin
looks-
is the
and sort of-
anointed guardian.
Well, won't be the first time we've worked with the religious sort. Hopefully you'll be a bit less contentious during operations than the Sanguine Covenant.
Sanguine Covenant are asshole.
Again, I'm the Sanguine Covenant.
They're
They
still
are,
assholes.
but they
That's
are
other religious folk are in.
No, but they do have a problem with allowing... which one you'll look at, Marty? Yes, but dealing with the Inquisitors of the Covenant they do tend to insist on running things even when they don't have all the information.
They also sort of kill the mood too.
You say that like you're any better.
Well, you'll be joining with myself and the Lieutenant. We're one of 3 squads that are moving in. Ours is the largest and best armed group, chiefly because if we're bringing you along, we can't travel via our normal methods.
Now I'm curious, what are your normal methods?
We use an ability called Clouded Mind. It allows us to affect Mind Cloud. It allows us to vanish from all senses whilst we travel.
That's convenient.
It has to be recast regularly and can take quite a drain on the power, but at the same time, being able to travel where you can't even be detected by tremor sense or true sight does have its advantages. However, it's an ability purely available to those of psionic gifts, so we have to compensate for that.
Somebody whispers under her breath, "Xiongmiao." Which, for those of you who cannot speak Mandarin, that's panda piss.
Well, let's see. Hold on a second.
She is not happy because she would have loved to learn that ability. For those of you who actually speak Mandarin, please
I didn't hear. So she said it under her breath. I was seeing if I heard her and understood what she said.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you.
Well, I got the ability, even if I don't speak the language, as long as I'm in the presence.
Yeah, I was more meaning. I don't think you probably overheard it with a 5.
Yeah, that's what I was checking.
No.
And he particularly looks at Miles's motorcycle, and I have a feeling that more stealthy maneuvers might be out of the question in this case.
Why?
It's
You're walking around with explosives and a giant fucking rock.
Right, but
I got oil.
Right, the journey is approximately the journey should take approximately 5 days to set off to complete. We have a midway stopping point at a ruined fortress.
Okay, cool.
We're unsure of their total numbers. We've seen some, but at the same time, we don't know if they have any capable of psychoportation. So there could be more based within the catacombs.
So ballpark it. How many are we looking at?
He just said he was not sure on the number.
Yeah, I know. Guesstimate.
We're looking at a minimum of 3. We're looking at a minimum of 100 potential combatants anyway. Probably add at least half of that again in potential non-combatants.
Sounds like fun.
So women and children.
Yeah, sounds like collateral damage may not be avoidable.
Just remember, most fire sticks to kill.
Now, are we going to completely wipe out everything, or this is a raise and burn, or is this strategical take out the military?
That'll depend on their situation. If we can isolate the non-combatants, then we will, but at the same time, if that proves to be inoperable, then we will, and it proves that the non-combatants are still intending to stay devoted to the Force, then we may have to go for complete eradication.
We'll do our best to avoid having to kill everyone, I assume.
It's not our intent. After all, the non-combatants can be potential recruits. Or failing that, would at least allow for would at the very least be valuable sources of information.
To try and make sure the important-looking non-combatants stay alive. Got it.
Yeah.
Try and make sure that most of the non-combatants fail.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't believe we have any other questions.
Okay.
No, not that I can think of.
Alright, just be a second. And so you spend the next couple of days travelling. And you notice that you're in a fairly large group that seems to be divided into two separate forces. The large group seems to be following the direct orders of the lieutenant, while a smaller force of 9 individuals seems to be following the commander.
How large is how many in terms of numbers is larger? 18-ish?
No, I can show you in a second.
Okay.
Because once we get over, I'll just copy you guys. I'm not sure if these are up to date, if these tokens are up to date or not. So can you just double check the scores on this page, or?
Don't think mine is.
Mine is definitely not.
Right. In which case,
No.
I'll grab them off the ship. Because
That's engaged.
Because that should be.
Yeah, mine was definitely wrong.
Yeah, I figured it was I figured they were old. I thought they were old tokens, but I wanted to double check.
This is why I keep saying, just give the party tokens their own page. Just keep a copy off of that.
Yeah, I've been meaning to, but I do actually have a page for all the tokens. I just haven't got the updated ones on there for at the moment because I keep forgetting to do that. I will admit. Just be a second whilst I grab the last 2 tokens that we need, and then we'll be ready for the next page.
Okay.
It's shift to pull characters to where I'm pinging, isn't it? I nearly forgot to do that. Right, go and correct that. Yeah, just be a second. Just need to edit something in my settings. There we go. Deactivated the bookmarks bar. Did I bring you guys over? Yes, I did. Cool. Not what I was looking for. There we go. So, yeah. Okay, so you're keeping the bike with you at all times.
Okay,
I sleep
so,
on it.
So it's platoon strength only. Got it.
Yeah, and it's basically there's...
I am curious. How does that thing go upstairs?
It can fly, don't worry.
Oh, I forgot about the fly speed. But yes, if you have any questions or anything for them during the night, then before you set off, then they're going to try and outline the plan as they go, because they have got one of the other units further ahead scouting. So feel free to ask any questions you have. Now that they're in a bit more of a, well, an area with less curious ears, hopefully. But yes, hang on. So this group of 9 over here is the one that have been specifically focused on acting as sort of a bodyguard / personal squad for the commander.
Alright, so that's headquarters.
Somebody will kind of approach him at some point and just ask, so, which team is going to be scouting ahead? Because I would like to be a part of that if possible.
It's one of the two other platoons that's being sent. We prefer to have our specialists in psionic-based stealth do the scouting, and besides, we're supposed to be keeping. You've apparently got overall higher priority of You've got more priority when it comes to security than you have anything else.
Do we have siege weapons?
No, people have tried that before when other groups have held up in the Whispering Hills. Doesn't tend to go well. There's something odd about them.
Thrown back at you?
No, it's just there's something odd about the rock structure. It seems to diffuse the energy of any attacks that are sent towards it.
Interesting. Also, Limerick is going to go off and hunt small mammals.
Or not so small mammals. As the case may be.
No, small creature size.
Still a bit on the small side. Last I checked, griffins normally preferred to munch on whole horses.
Whatever fits.
Probably trying to snack on direwolf. Or not, as the case may be. You may very well remember, actually no, not going to mess with those again.
Yeah.
Yes, the longest battle we've had so far in this campaign, it was again. Well, no, the headless centaur guy was fun.
I don't think that was a very long fight, though.
That wasn't very long.
No.
I think the longest fight we've had this campaign was getting the Jade staff or whatever it was.
Yeah, the Jade War staff, but that was just because you were too busy running around and trying to mow down minions.
We all had multiple different objectives to accomplish. One of which was kill everything.
Yeah.
Then Somi is gonna kind of huddle herself in this corner over here, take out several of the books that she has once again pilfered from one library or another, and starts copying them into her notebooks.
Okay. Anything in particular you've been reading up on?
She has mostly been reading up on technology and applications and trying to see about adapting the more advanced technology of this world into stuff that she could use in her own world.
Ah, fair enough. I say, anyone have any other questions they wanted to ask before we?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I had to update my token still, though.
Just give a second, then just got to add in one last bit of enemy forces I'd missed off earlier.
Oh wow, that AC is really behind.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, that still had my AC when it was 26.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Alright, well once you get
Yeah, my AC is 32 now.
once you get things updated, I'll be more than happy to copy your tokens and put them back on the actual token field, and so if we just want to update those and everything, so we've got.
Yeah, mine's updated and ready to go.
Okay.
Same. Ooh, and that's right, I got something that ups my speed.
9.
Wait, you're even faster now?
Yeah, remember I purchased the boots of striding and springing last week.
Oh right, yeah, we've got a dwarf with a 60-foot move speed.
Yep, and 3 times my normal speed.
And a paladin with disguise self at will and a +12 high.
Oh, that's right. I have to add that acrobatics bonus, even though I'm not trained in it, so it doesn't really help me.
Well, the fact that the boots of straight and spring give you +5 to your jump checks.
Yeah.
Oh, the absolute joys of our Sonic the Hedge dwarf running around.
Actually, I believe the correct terminology for my character is the Dwarven Flash. Because not only can I move fast, I can punch fast.
I'm just gonna keep calling him Mock Dwarf.
That works too.
That sounds vaguely
take
like
it.
it's some sort of wizard.
I mean, if casting Fist counts as casting a spell,
I cast Fist.
then maybe.
Okay, so you've got 3 options when it comes to... They've found the layout, and you've basically got one of 3 paths you can take. You can either go as part of the strike force going up the left, or there's basically 2 strike forces that are going up either side. One of which will be your party, and or you can either go, or you can be part of the distraction that goes up the middle.
So New would prefer to go with one of the strike forces. She doesn't really care much for which one.
Yeah, I think I'll trail along with Psionic.
Which way don't I have to be stealthy?
Middle.
Distraction, yes.
That's probably where I belong.
Oh dear, splitting the party already.
You know, if we send Magnus into the central formation, that probably isn't going to be a distraction force any longer.
That's right. That'll be the tip of the spear. Tipped with shiny emerald shields.
Oh dear. This should be interesting.
I think the only thing that's managed to hit me with an actual roll to hit has been a boss character.
Yes, that's because
Sounds
you've got
I'm not worried about it.
that's because you've got obscene AC.
And that is without trying, mind you. If I was actually trying, I might have found a way to get even more. No, what I need is saves. Because mine suck.
Oh yes, that's... Oh, there is one other thing he does give out, the commander gives out. Which is, he gives out a set of what appear to be crystal earrings, although they are clip-ons rather than actual for pierced ears sort of thing. And you notice that that the commander and lieutenant both carry it similar. This is our method of... These are mind link tags. They allow...
Ooh, communicators.
effectively. They've got a couple of miles radius. Your particular set are linked only into myself and the lieutenants. But I figure it's a good way of staying in contact should we end up having to separate at any point.
Yeah, probably.
I think I may have gone a wee bit overboard in the troops. But it is a major cult in an entrenched position, so maybe not.
I'm gonna ask this out of character. Were these guys told about the necromantic horseman we had to kill?
No.
So Neil just kind of nod, just go. At the last location, there was a necromantic centaur man. So I don't think we're gonna face anything that strange here.
The commander looks
Nah,
at
we're
you.
only facing people that can fry our brains with theirs.
I was gonna say, the commander looks up at you. You'd be surprised at what sort of creatures certain creatures change when they manifest psionic ability.
True, because I will be honest, there's nothing like this where I come from, so this will be very interesting. So where's everybody else going?
Wherever I'm needed.
Well, I was going to say, it would be easier to say if you had the party as one strike force, the commander as another strike force, and then the main bulk as the distractioners. Would probably be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Fine,
So, yeah,
fine. I'll find a way to be quiet.
Oh, you know, most of us are nowhere near as sneaky as she is.
Yeah.
I can't promise that the squelching will stop, though. The
Hey,
human
come on!
body
I
can
went
only
from
take so
breastplate to
much.
full plate armor. My penalty jumped for this.
I have no penalty.
I have penalty on sneak rolls, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have penalties. he just
If
doesn't-
anybody's gonna be noisy, it's gonna be me.
Well, you
How
or
large of a negative number can we roll?
I was gonna say
Well,
you or Miles.
Just to let you know, I just rolled a 19 on the die and still ended up with a 15.
Yeah. But,
Alright, so, right or left, guys?
Let's go right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 and I still rolled above Corden.
I wasn't kidding about my penalty.
Yep.
And now roll 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to deal with the roll 20 giving me a bit of issue at the moment.
No problem, we'll just go ahead and roll the stealth rolls, and Sonmi will roll her perception as well.
Pray Corden doesn't roll below a 4 on the die.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Oh, I got a 1.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh,
Now, you see, this is why
Bam!
Sonmi is always 15 feet ahead of the rest of you guys.
So
I rolled
That's right.
slightly below Psionic for stealth.
And Zengist.
oh, the joys of someone in heavy plate trying to be
That's
stealthy.
just a
holy shit!
Magnus rolled a
Magnus
nat
wins.
20 for stealth.
The dwarf is
Holy
the
shit!
dwarf is sneaky for once.
That'll end as soon as he starts screaming and killing things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna group you guys up.
Try
And
to be quiet, and all of and all the incompetence of him not wanting to be stealthy went to other people instead.
I can see it now. We're all trying to get Magnus to just stay calm as a couple of guards pass us, and all that happens is the angry Arnold Schwarzenegger yell.
That was more of a Stallone.
Whatever. I can't do a great Arnold yell.
We're trying to be stealthy, so I take out some oil and I rub it all over my gun. There we go. We're good.
That better be some fantasy magic bullshit, because that's not how guns work.
Okay, I'm going to bring you guys over. And I'd suggest you zoom out,
It's-
because the map is big.
Of
Oh
course
god,
it's
it
big.
is. Holy shit.
Yeah. Let's see. Where are we? Ah!
Well, you know, if it's oil of silence, then yes, it is some fantasy magic bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, nobody is in. Oh! Someone is in my range!
Oh,
It's
God!
funeral!
Oh.
Oh, and I'm actually gonna put some where she be. About here.
I can hear it now. Funeral bells.
I can hear the bells.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, this isn't even the main... I was going to say, you've not even gotten to the point where you can see the entrance to the Whispering Hills yet. This is just the entrenched forces.
Ooh, who's the intimidating one with the axe?
Do any of you have a spyglass or anything like that?
No,
Don't think so.
but he
Nope.
looks like a
It's in my
chaos
pack.
marine to me.
You'll
Yeah.
It's in my packet. Somebody's more worried about more.
Yeah, you'll have to get closer before I will reveal the big guy.
That's fine.
I pull out
That guy's
my
from
rifle.
Warhammer 40k. What are you talking about?
No, he's not a chaos marine.
Looks like it.
I pull my rifle with a scope on it. I'm like, oh, well, let's
Okay.
see.
Okay, so you've got a scoped
Magnus.
rifle. Okay, give me a second.
I don't think we're on turns yet, guys.
Yeah, we're
No.
not.
No, so
Yeah.
Psionic Colt.
Yeah, it's a matter of how far forward you push, really.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
Somi
should-
would have just been 15 feet ahead of everybody else.
anyone
Yes.
have knowledge psionics?
No, but I can take 10 on it.
Okay, yeah, with a what? So 10 plus your int would be what? See on me.
10 plus
Apparently none of us are hearing you, Josh.
12. It'd be a 12.
Okay, sorry. No, sorry, sorry, Matthias. Okay, so yeah, you can recognise that that's most likely an Aegis, someone who can manipulate ectoplasm to form crystalline armor.
Ah.
Nice.
I have a serious question about the military competence of the main force.
We'll find out in a minute, but
Why is
we
that?
probably should concentrate on our...
Why are they charging down a canyon?
That's probably the distractors.
Yeah, I was gonna say the big
It is
chunk.
to distract, but why are they charging down a canyon?
Because they're called cannon fodder.
Well, it's more.
They're all wearing shirts that say "hit my points."
It is basically yes. We're going to be distraction, so we're going to make them think that we're all that's being sent. So yes, can I get initiative from people, please?
We don't have a turn
Just about to
order
put
yet.
it on. There we go.
There.
Yay, turn order!
Holy shit, I got a decent initiative.
Yay!
Anything now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you
Yes,
now,
my
man.
initiative is alright.
I've done a lot, and I think the last thing anybody actually responded to was me talking about the token.
Oh, sorry, dude.
I am in my
Yeah,
happy
100%.
place right now.
Sorry, have you had any questions, dude? We can pause for a second if you've got anything you wanted to ask that we've not heard properly.
No.
Okay, really sorry that that's happened to you, dude. Joy of Discord, eh, folks?
Whatever. I'm not leaving. I've heard before.
Technical difficulties.
As Anna used to enjoy saying, live, everybody!
Yeah, we're all doing pretty good on initiative.
Let's see how the mooks do. Ours and theirs.
We'll start with the lieutenant. And effectively for the squads, I'm just gonna, for the distraction and the other squad, I'm just gonna have it be the leader's initiative that they move on. Oh, he's doing alright. The commander not so much. Now I can do the vast majority of the forces. Very ordered so far. Or not. Ah yes, the group that's probably going to die first.
Oh, goody.
Oof. Oh, there's two of them up there. There shouldn't be. Why did that happen? There we go. Sorry about that. Had a slight overstacking of forces there. So how's everyone doing, just to ask, whilst I just do the initiatives for the bad guys?
Doing good, doing good.
Doing fairly decent.
So many peoples who are gonna get a stabbing. So many peoples who are gonna be killed.
Yeah, with Miles in this situation, I just think about this little tune. Throw another hand grenade. Oh, look what a mess I made. 'Cause all I ever want to see is bodies, bodies, bodies.
That's
okay. You don't.
Right, let's see if I can get things out. Let's see if I can get things in order.
Although I do love how we're soon gonna get this these guys are all gonna be shell shocked when what the hell is that? Oh, shield my face!
Oh, nearly forgot. Need to do Onyx.
Yeah, let's also not forget the dwarf.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, what's that? Shield my face!
Yeah, the dwarf with the natural 20 stealth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Although he's gonna break it as soon as he sees something, he's just gonna charge.
Still
No,
surprise
I don't
round.
need to charge. I don't need to charge. I could just run right up to it and hit it my entire full round.
And then run off to the next guy.
Oh, and Onyx gets a nat 20 on his initiative. Shine. Now the only question is what we want him to do.
Long range fireballs.
Long range mythic fireballs!
You know, like over here and back here.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. So, Xiaomi, you're up.
Okay!
Or do you want to wait till after Onyx so you can have Mythic Haste?
Yes. I will wait. 'Cause I
I
could
don't
very
know,
much...
what's the range on a mythic fireball?
I'm not sure, I would have to check.
Because it's only like 250 feet from him to the center of that formation there, right in front of the Aegis guy.
Damn it all.
Fireball is 400 foot base.
I mean, he can make it!
Yep.
Holy crap, someone has a 30 initiative. Wait, how'd they only roll a 21?
The reason... Hmm? Do you mean Xiaomi or...
No, this person has 21.3. That means they have a 30 initiative.
Oh no, it's just the thing was adding it differently.
Yeah, it depends on which macro you're using.
Yeah.
I need to adjust that one. I'll adjust that later, sorry.
Oh, okay. Because 0.1 to me is 10.
Yeah. But for going off the character sheets, that's what it would be.
Yeah, but I'm just using the general roll. Yes, but because if I try opening too many of the character sheets in Roll20, it slows it down. I just use the pop open macro rather than having to open and close all the different character sheets, because that slows everything down massively. But yeah, I'll adjust the macro thing later.
So, if I move once, I can get within charging distance of that Space Marine over there.
Okay, Onyx, so they've double moved. Onyx. Yeah, Mythic Haste for everybody.
Yay.
Alright!
So that's an additional 30 feet of movement, 2 move actions.
Oh, jeez.
Yes!
Because I needed an additional 30 feet of movement.
Do you have Mythic Run yet?
No.
Okay, you're still not doing 190 plus miles an hour.
Well,
Okay, now I can.
Apart from the fact that his base speed's increased by 10... Is somebody... I'm trying to tell if this is the old twitchiness. Yes, it is. Okay, right. That makes things slightly easier. Sorry, it's just...
Oh, Mythic Haste adds 50 feet, not 30 feet.
Yeah, I was going to...
50 feet?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Unless you augment it, which I'm not doing because... Don't really need it.
To a maximum of 3 times the creature's normal speed for that movement. That's actually a little less than... It doesn't triple my speed.
That's...
But that's still 80 to 90 movements for me.
I have
You know that's 100 plus.
I have 110-foot movement speed.
Actually, you have
You
a
can
hun-
move
actually, Magnus, you have 100-foot movement speed because the enhancement bonus to speed from boots of striding and springing and haste do not stack.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just need to move Sif for a second. Let's see.
I named him Sif because he has a great sword.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got one more we can hit with haste.
I would say Zangief
Yeah.
or Onyx.
Yeah, but Onyx prefers to stay in the back normally from what I remember, so...
Yeah, so Zangief.
So, right, so if you're me, you're up. With an 80-foot movement speed. Or a 40-foot.
Yes.
Or a 40-foot
Okay,
if you're
so-
staying in stealth.
Yeah, but still close enough to get to this guy.
Can you put me above Sif?
Yes, just give me a second, just,
Yeah. Please pardon, my puppy has decided she wants to move and
there you go.
round things around. Okay, so this wonderful person here is gonna get shanked.
Okay, let's...
Attack! 22 hit.
that hits. And 22
And
damage.
also plus 2 bleed. Sorry, I forgot to put that in the thing.
Okay, and that's 2 points of bleed every round now.
Yeah.
Okay, Matthias, you're up.
Moving up here, and I'm tagging the same.
Okay.
Maybe that's using an additional move to still fall.
Gotcha. So, first attack from both, is it, or is it full attacks?
I said full attack. I said full attack.
Sorry. Death as well as dash, sorry about that. See, so you... With the first 2 attacks from your sword, you kill him.
Moving on to the next move, next sword attacks to him, and then shooting at whatever next guy, and so on.
Okay, right, so... Just double checking the math on these guys, so let's see, 14... Not sure why that... Oh, and... Oh, that was a crit confirm, that's why, and yes, that would, so 27... And 40, 42... Okay, so by second pistol attack, you killed the next one.
Let's send the next few attacks on that. At least it looks like a mage over there.
Okay. So that'd be the 14, and that would miss.
Fair enough. That's it for me.
I believe technically me and Magnus would go before the next person.
Yes, you would. And yes. There we go, I'll get to correcting that. For any others that might stand out. Okay, yeah, I think we've got the rest in the right order. So yeah, Miles. So that'd mean Miles, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna full attack and then move.
Okay. Who's the attack at?
These.
Shine a light.
So -2 to all these attacks. So I'm using rapid shot.
Okay.
Rapid shot is on the iterative attacks.
What was that?
The penalty from rapid shot is only on the iterative attack.
Your first
so
attack
I
is
only have
not
one
its full
attack.
bonus.
So full attack on the first bonus, and then
-2 on
the
the
next.
other.
Yeah, -2 on the next 3 attacks.
Okay. So it's on the 3 archers, is it?
Yeah, unless they die.
Okay.
Then it's on the other 3 archers. Unless the middle one dies, I should say.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it's already the +2 to the first attack, but either way. There should be one more attack for haste, so I'm gonna roll that.
Okay.
Just ignore the other 2 attacks.
Right. Okay, so he stays alive for the first. Sorry, I'm just going through the attacks. Let's see.
Yay, flat-footed.
Let's see. Second attack hits, even with the -2. So at that point he will have.
Oh, the -2's already in there.
Oh right, never mind. So second attack hits, killing the middle guy.
Oh, then I go to this middle guy.
Okay, yeah, I figured so. This is getting ridiculous. Awesome, but ridiculous.
So if you took 2 shots, that means the other people around him take
20, yeah, I've applied that. And then the other 2 are. Let's see. So the other ones are going up against this trio. So 22 hits and the 24 hits. And it's the. So is it the 8+2 or the 2d6 that's the force damage? Oh, 10 damage to adjacent enemies, yeah, so it's always 10. Okay, so first one he survived, second one kills him, so 36. Yeah, you kill between the 2 attacks. You killed this one by 30 hit. You killed him by 30 hit points over his HP.
Okay, then I'm moving.
Okay. We've got a right sodding green ghost. And now you're up close and personal with her.
A mage.
Yeah, hi,
Looks
mage.
like a mage.
It
I
looks
got a
like,
great sword. How you doing?
looks like one, it doesn't necessarily mean is one.
I do not understand it. Yeah, thank you for.
Okay, Magnus, you're up.
Hi!
Oh dear.
Die! Damn, that's a lot of ones.
That is a lot of ones.
Disappoint.
Let's see.
It's still a lot of damage, but it's still a
all
lot
but
of
your
ones.
mythic shield bash hit. So 21, 37, 56.
Oh, I thought he said only your mythic shield bash hit first. I'm
No,
like, what? Wait.
No, only his mythic shield bash missed. So let's see. So 37, 56.
Damn, I rolled
Seven.
really low on that one.
76.
Yeah.
You still managed to kill her though.
I told her to die, and she did! I like it when people do what they're told. That'll be all.
Yeah, the problem is I have to balance so that all of you have a chance to hit these things, and
Die.
unfortunately
That's
that means
not a question.
what
I don't do.
what some of you guys can hit, some of the other members of the party just can't. It's like if I did something that that Magnus and Miles would struggle to hit.
Then I wouldn't
Nobody
be able
would.
to touch it.
Yeah. I have to find that balance.
And this is. And here's the thing. I currently have a -2 penalty to my hit rolls because 2 weapon fighting. So
There's something you should have gotten while you were shopping. Dual balance.
Yeah, see, I just need to enchant my weapon someday.
I think the extra speed and the mind buttressing was a bit more important.
If for no other reason.
I mean, everything dies if I hit it a lot, so, and I hit a lot.
Right.
That's what matters.
Yep, so
If I move forward a bit.
after all the screams of death,
Actually, you killed one of the pyrokinetics. Right, yeah, I almost forgot about that. At which point you see the archers on this part of the force begin freaking out.
which part?
Basically the archers closest to you have all begun sort of freaking out. And can people give me perception checks?
Absolutely.
Sure.
We just absolutely terrified them, didn't we?
No, I'm just expecting, like, inside our head, just nuclear launch attack.
Okay,
Their brains are exploding, man!
Flip space
Oh,
rupture detected.
Wow, that was a terrible perception roll.
okay, so
Roll
okay,
2.
you're all able to hear it because it is that loud. It's sort of, you hear people shouting, "Where am I? What's happening? Why have I got a bow? Why is he dead?"
Oh.
Great.
We are no assholes!
As a free action, I'd like to use the little ear clasp that I got to communicate that, the archers are being mind controlled.
Right,
Aim for that.
yeah, right, so the commander's going to ask, okay, what caused this change?
If you kill
the
the pyro,
mage-looking fuckers, I think one of the... Did they say pyrokinetic?
No, that was just
No.
me, but she
Okay.
did have fire in her hands, so...
Yeah, kill the people with fire in their hands, and the archers should be really confused afterwards.
And you also know
and
that
then you
there
can
seems to
take
be...
down.
there also seems to be a collar on her neck, just to say that stopped glowing when she died.
Once you kill the fire mages, like, you can take down the archers really quickly.
Yeah, focus on the fire mages. We can force the archers to surrender.
Surrender? Why?
Because we're not trying to kill everyone here.
Agreed.
I was told to kill everybody but the non-combatants.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was...
exactly. And
Yes,
people
but
who
that
are no
was
longer being mind controlled are not combatants.
Yes. I'm going to say, as someone who's probably heard of Sector Omega before Mars, you would know that they do consider anyone who's being mind controlled as a non-combatant.
Is there an opening section of Mega? Because I really download this group.
Insomnia now feels dirty.
Well, I mean, to be fair, at the point of time that they died, they were going to attack you.
Enough of the semantics. Kill the mage.
Yeah, enough with the semantics. Geek the mage.
Yep. No! Kill those with special powers! So.
Yes, I do. Sorry, but there are moments like this that I love being a bastard of a game master.
Horrible!
Gotta get back into somehow.
We all feel awful!
And that, for any listening aspiring game masters, is how you become an absolute bastard.
Yes, Miles, we are now runners.
Okay. So they
Glad I
get.
prepped a motorcycle for them.
Yeah, geek the mage, yeah.
So they get to. So let me check something. Okay. And now we get to the still mind-controlled archers' turns. So, right. Yes, they'd be doing that. Okay. Okay, full attacking. That'd be enough to hit at least one. That'd miss. Okay. One, two. Oh, 7 to both. Well, not -7, just -7. And then move up. Okay, Xanarin, you're up.
Right. I am going to break stealth. Actually, yeah, break stealth. First move action puts me up here, and I'm gonna grab both of their bows and arrows, take them away, put them on the ground, say, "Get your fucking weapons off. Get them off right now." And I'm just gonna start trying to disarm these two guys.
Yeah, they've already dropped their bows just in confusion, but they'll take off their axes and just basically get on the ground.
Yeah. Get down, stay there. And then, let's see. Call that a standard. Do I still have another move action? Do these guys still look mind controlled?
No, they look equally confused.
I'm gonna head over to them really quick. Get down, put your weapons down.
Yeah, you'd be able to do those. You'd be able to do that, and that'd be no problem.
Just start securing them, and then there. And Limerick is breaking stealth as well. That's first move. Trying to figure out where I want Limerick to go for a second move. And we'll duck down behind this little outcrop right here.
No problem. This is also, for any aspiring game masters, a great way of making combat a little more interesting for everybody.
Unless you're playing with murder hobos.
Well, yes, but if you're playing with murder hobos, you shouldn't put this situation in front of them anyway, unless you want to make them reap the consequences of being murder hobos.
Which may not be a bad thing.
This is true. Teaching people not to be murder hobos is teaching players not to be murder hobos is a good thing. It's just sometimes hard to do. Well, up until you throw them up against a real paladin, at which point it just gets funny. Okay, so now it's that group. Okay, attacks coming in. And Okay, so only one hit. And it's good enough to get her. Right. Seven points on the lieutenant. Gordon, you're up.
The lieutenant is hurt.
Yeah. Okay, so I can... I can remove that one from initiative, because...
Because that one is dead.
Yeah. And I can remove that one. Eliminate, you're fast.
Damn it, that's muted. Can I see that one from there? Where
Yeah.
I moved to?
Yeah.
Great. Gonna use my bow. Only get one attack.
Fair enough.
Go, man, go.
First
That'd be a
attack.
29 to hit.
That hit.
And all off 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Not much of a concentration check to make that make him drop the mind control.
I will say they don't seem to need it.
Well, that little if they were going to fail a concentration check that low, maybe they shouldn't be mind controlling anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Wow, someone's rolling well.
Okay. So 3 hits this time. So 8 to the lieutenant. 11 to this fellow. And 6 to this one. Alright. Her turn.
I'm gonna step away to the restroom real quick.
No problem. Okay. The first thing you notice is that from this woman's hands emerges a 15-foot long whip of fire. And then she's
Okay.
moving up.
Her funeral.
Well, it's at Corden at the moment, and she can't see you.
I fail to see how that's my problem.
Fair, but you know what I mean. It's one of those... She can't see you and wouldn't expect you to be able to move as fast as you're going to.
Fair enough.
Let's see.
Okay. I'm assuming you're going to try to attack?
Wait. Am I doing this?
I'm wondering about the blue shirts. Are they mind control too?
Hey, look! This one is within pounce range.
Yes, 31 will hit me.
Oh no, it's the commander attacking the other pyromancer.
Oh, I thought the one that did the whip was attacking.
Oh no, to conjure her fire whip is a move action, so she's made 2 move actions.
Double move, okay.
So, slash R. Just have to double check the commander's damage, because he's got quite a badass weapon. Ah, there we go. Why did that not? Ouch! That's some lame damage. Unfortunately, the rest of his boys can't get up as close. They just have to go back into formation. Part of their double move. Right. That was not what I intended to do. What was that? Yeah.
Not too big.
When you get, just to say, Xanarin, you'd probably be able to tell as with Corden, yeah, these don't look like even trained fighters. These look like proper cannon fodder. These look like villagers that haven't even got weapons. Zangiest is up.
Okay.
Alright. So let's see here. He's going. Whoop. Right there's. Okay. And he's going to try to shoot her too.
Okay.
Well, he would if I had remembered to put his damn bow on him.
Can you just put it in as a general thing from his other character sheet for now, or just in a roll
let's
thing?
see here. Let me see what my bonus is supposed to be. Okay, it's +8.
Joys of switching character sheets.
Yep.
18 to hit.
That's a miss. Okay. I'm on the wrong way, that would be the problem. Actually, it should be there. When in doubt, make sure you clog the charge lanes with innocence. Now, the Aegis at the back gives a shout. At which point something a bit odd happens. One of the cat figures in blue vanishes. Wrong one. And a strange figure appears in the middle of the forces.
Where does he appear?
Hang on. Just give me a second. I seem to have covered him in other units. Okay, why is he not... Ah, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah, that screwed up.
I just need to adjust his options.
I just tested to make sure this worked right. So, ignore what I do.
And we will need reflex saves. Because the figure in front of you... Well, I'll just pull him up in a second.
Okay, that one worked.
Is a man with a mad look in his eyes, glowing in green fire.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Lost snack bar. A lost snack bar. A lost snack bar.
That's messed up, yo!
Yes, it is.
Both Chris and you. Both at Chris and Sarah.
I did not think we'd have kamikazes!
And that is precisely what you have.
Does he yell anything before he explodes?
Yes.
Ichiban!
No, he yells, "For the Titan's will."
Why do I keep rolling low on these reflex saves?
Well, you can spend mythic power to
Where
reroll.
do we? Who needs to roll?
Anyone caught in the purple
Look at
glow.
your,
Yeah, so...
Oh, so not me.
Thaddeus, yeah.
As I say,
Matthias and Psionic are the only
yeah,
party
I'll
members.
have the. I'll just do the quick roll for the mooks. I'll do it as a group thing for using the leaders in one because, well, it's less likely to be completely terrible. No, I was right before the other. Okay, so yeah, actually everyone manages to make it.
Woo! So I take no damage.
Lucky you.
Having evasion is fun.
It is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing.
And the rest of the people involved take 21 points of damage as the green fire consumes the would-be the mad psionicist.
Is it racist to say that sounds better until Dan?
Once this happens, Sony's just gonna kind of turn to Matthias and just go, okay, this insane shit doesn't happen where I come from. What the hell is wrong with you people?
You're the one asking that with your fucked up world. Fight me.
We don't do that.
Yes, because any of the stuff your people do is any better.
Why do you think I'm trying to change it?
No
But
fucking
still,
shit.
that's just wrong.
Again, no fucking shit.
Again, the fun of pulling out the really screwed up opponents. Which one is this slot again? Okay. Move up to here and take shots at Corden. Only one shot each.
Just surprised this guy survived.
I think we now know where the fireball needs to go.
Oh, no, he would have taken...
Right there where all the blue people are, right?
No, back there where all the red dude is.
Yes. True, these guys may be innocent as well, but this dude needs a fireball in his face.
He needs to die, and he needs to die now.
Yeah.
Okay, so these attacks are at Corden. Miss and a miss, I'm guessing.
Okay.
20 and
yeah.
18. Yeah.
That misses everyone in the party.
Okay, back round
And
to
I've got like the lowest armor class.
back round to the commander, or rather to the lieutenant.
What's your AC at, Corden? Curious.
26.
I'm at 24.
No, I just made 26 last week.
I was previously 22.
Yeah, well, because I got the heavy armor proficiency and I got put on that full plate. That's why I'm at 26 now.
And the lieutenant is going to have her people hold here because she's got a trick set up for when the group gets closer. Okay, I'm not sure what Onyx... So we're looking at Onyx putting a mythic fireball. I'll just check what the spells he's got in case he's got anything else that can do heavy damage at long range. Because if he does, I might go with that if he's got like a lightning bolt or something.
That'd be nice.
Mythic magic missile.
That would be probably the best thing, actually.
Yeah, probably. 'Cause yeah, his next other option is Mythic Scorching Ray, or... Does he have 4th level yet? Yes, but not anything that would actually be useful in this situation. So yeah, with his only offensive spells being all fire themed apart from Magic Missile, I'm thinking Mythic Magic Missile is probably his best bet.
Probably.
Okay, I'm not seeing any damage in that.
I don't think he has the macro set up for it.
Okay, so
No.
that'd be 3D. Let's see, he's level 7, so that'd be 66 plus 6. If I remember correctly. Just double checking to make sure I'm not missing out on any damage.
Can always just toss a fun D10 in there.
Well, I'm not doing that because I'm... There we go, that should have the right info. I need to switch search engines. 2d4 plus 1, so it'd be 3, so it'd be 3d, so it'd be 6d4 plus 3. There we go. Almost had it right. $19 damage.
Woohoo!
The one in question
And
is...
that guy now knows there's a magic user that can touch him.
Yep. You say it like that's a good thing. See, on me, you're up.
This is my everything's okay voice. Alright, so...
You've got
Alright.
2 groups of
lot of
prone
movement.
archers and...
So... I'm just gonna do a lot of moving.
Fair enough.
Hold on. Because double move would be 100, correct?
Aren't you at a 80-foot speed?
Yes, it's an 80-foot speed.
Oh,
It's
it
in
is.
haste for a reason.
So if you're within 160 feet, you can charge.
Yeah, it depends on
Not
if
through trees.
Oh yeah, trees.
But if you're looking to, yeah, if you don't mind losing stealth, then yes, you can get up all the way up to where the pyromancer is.
I'm debating on have to go here and try and color spray these guys into unconsciousness, but I don't think that'll work.
Oh, you can try. You can try giving me a perception check to see if you think they're actually weak enough to have that hit, or...
Yeah. First I'll go ahead and move at least half the double move up there, and then I'll perception.
Okay.
Go away, you stupid thing! I can't grab my person. There, exit out. Exit out. I don't want the party loot. Why is party loot up? Okay.
Because Roll20 likes to be awkward sometimes.
Yeah. Alright, so... Alright, I'll stop here, do a quick perception.
Okay.
And... Hold on, guys, I may need to exit and reopen Roll20 real quick.
Okay, no problem. Oh, that's going to be fun when Onyx hits next mythic tier. At 4th tier, you can augment magic missile to double the number of missiles.
So 12.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So 12d4.
It's gonna be fun.
Alright, now.
It'll be like what, 14 missiles?
12 at the moment.
Well,
It can
yeah, it depends on when he gets next tier. If he gains his next level before he gets his next tier.
Okay. Perception! Perception!
Oh yeah, I was trying to do for it to... Yep.
Okay, now just gotta wait for it to roll, for it to pop up for me.
That was not what I wanted.
The joys of technical issues.
There it is.
Ah, okay, so 24, yes, you think that colour spray you would be enough to take these guys out. Whilst they are mind controlled,
Okay.
they are very clearly just, you know, run-of-the-mill peasants.
Alright then, Sony's gonna... Trying to think if I can go here, will I be able to color spray?
No, that
I
would...
don't think I can.
No, you would... Yeah, you'd have to be... That would be the end of your turn.
Yeah, just kind of stuck.
Well, what action is it for color spray?
Standard.
It's standard.
You got 2 moves.
Oh yeah, you have
Yeah.
actually under Mythic Haste. You've got 2 move actions, so yeah. So you've got another...
Yeah.
Everyone look at Mythic Haste again, because this is getting kind of tiring.
No, it's
Okay.
more just a case of forgetting because we're so used to regular haste.
Oh no, it's the... I thought I was in the mind of double moving.
Yeah, alright.
I forgot. I was in that mindset, not the And goody, 30 foot. That's all I need.
Ah, you're using mythic color spray.
Mythic color spray.
Okay, what's the DC?
DC 17. Just like somebody's just like, you'll thank me later.
Okay, and
it is.
Oh! Rolled a big fat 0 on that save.
Which is good for everyone in this case.
That is good for everyone here.
yeah, so
Them included.
yes, I'm just going to, yeah, they're unconscious, so I'm just going to move them off to the side for now, because...
Yep. Okay. And somebody will just kind of motion to the distraction guard of, come on!
Come on, hurry up.
At which point you'll get a message through from the left end. Well, that saves me having to use a stunning blast, so thank you.
Somebody will just respond, thanks, it was the only thing I could think of doing.
Okay, Matthias, you're up.
All right, pull out the pistol, and I'm just gonna make a full attack on this part.
Okay, no problem. Let's see.
Ah, for fuck's
Attack.
sake, that should be a 19 on the hasted attack, because that was only
Yeah, yeah, it's not adding anything, so yeah. Okay, so hasted attack would still miss, but your attack 1 and rapid shot both hit. Well, rapid shot 1 hits anyway, so that's a total of 27, 30 damage.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Okay, Miles, you're up.
Right here. I'll shoot then move. Shooting this chick.
Okay.
Swift action, I'll pull it back into my hand.
Yeah. And then move.
Oops.
But then I need... Yeah, and then, but the other two should go off. Because you can swift action between attacks.
Of course, because you got the weapon cord. But they'd still both miss.
And then the last shot for the haste.
Okay, so yeah, the last one would hit. And confirm.
For 119 points of damage. Because it crit it.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh.
So,
Yeah,
I
she's
think
yeah.
mincemeat covers the ground.
I was more thinking chunky brain salsa.
Head boom.
Yeah, those two groups of archers are now disabled. And so Magnus, you're up.
No longer having a target, I'm going to take both move actions that I have because Mythic Haste.
You could get up to the big guy within 100 feet.
Yeah, you're gonna be there.
Oh, I'm there. I'm there.
Which would provoke an attack of opportunity. Actually, no, they've got the bows out at the moment, but it would provoke from him because you do pass through part of his reach.
Yeah, he is large.
This is
That's
gonna be
okay.
fun.
Yes.
I'm taking these other 4 archers right here.
Yeah.
Are out.
Yeah. It's only the group with the other pyromancer and the 6 around the magus that are still on the enemy side.
So is he gonna make the attack before I make my attacks, or after?
Yeah, he's just about to swing. I was just double checking his stats.
Okay.
33 to hit.
Now here's the bigger question: does he have a chance to hit?
Yeah.
That just meets.
So that hits.
Yeah.
That just meets because of that +1 bonus to AC. That. Wish it was one more. That would have missed.
Happy day for us. Happy day for us.
Something has hit Magnus.
Yeah.
Which means he's gonna get hit back a lot harder because.
Prepare for the rage.
Oh, prepare for the rage and the spending a mythic point.
Okay, you take 20.
That's exactly.
Yeah, you take.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, you take 20 points of damage from the large axe that hits like a huge axe.
Okay, so going into rage.
Oh god.
That gives me.
The only problem is that might mean you end up butchering some of the archers.
What do you mean?
If you end up
It's a
killing.
rage, you may end up killing some untended people.
Yeah, is it frenzied or?
No, he's just regular.
No, it's just rage.
Yeah, so let's see. So
In theory, he should be able to determine friend from foe.
yeah, he should. So let's see what you've got, Magnus.
Frenzied, on the other hand, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay! Let's watch as this person starts feeling all the pain.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do that spend a mythic point and do
2 sets of attacks.
2 full attacks.
Yeah. Oh.
So
Here it comes.
let's see that go.
Let's see. Yeah, that's 2 confirmed crits with the first set, so that totals out to 46.
That totals out to a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
That totals out to pain.
73, 100, 121, 148. He's already dead, but let's see. 176, 200, 248, 271.
Yeah.
As Magnus goes into the rage, he's like, "You really shouldn't have done that. Now you're gonna feel the pain."
Yeah, you actually put him at more than minus his own hit points.
What?
Yeah, he had 128 hit points. You put him at minus 162.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, he only.
Yes.
And I just realized somebody had the best view of that show out of the entire party.
Ooh, that's amazing. That is actually amazing.
Okay, right.
So what comes over the earpiece at that? Because they saw that.
Squelch. One big squelch.
Okay. Right. Bloody hell, I thought this battle was actually gonna last.
You should never think that. That's
What
a bad
you?
thought to have.
Fucked up. Magnus.
Right. Okay, so effectively
Yeah.
the other side, I'm not even gonna bother. She gets killed quick. She's gonna take 10 attacks on the next round.
Oh god.
Well, not,
You
not
see,
to
Chris,
mention
the
that
problem
Magnus
is
has
this
to
time you don't have Jolene here who's editing it from a distance really quick. It takes a couple extra rounds because Magnus has to get in close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
It takes us
The
another minute to
commander's
clear
gonna
out a
come
corridor for the dwarf to go through.
okay, the commander's going to go ahead with you guys with his elite squad, and the rest are going to help. Basically, the distraction squad are basically going to move off and support the other platoons because they're finding thicker fighting.
Well, probably equal thickness fighting, just they don't have Magnus.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so I'll be moving you guys over in just a second. Just need to. Not to mention she needs to dedicate. Not to mention the the lieutenant needs to dedicate at least some of his forces to dealing with the non-combatants who
The
are.
poor staff are going, what the hell?
You know what's gonna suck? If we ever run into, like, an enemy that has reflective damage.
And that's when the GM got an idea.
Way to go, Slick. Pilot rule number 1, don't give the GM ideas.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, that's another good rule for GMs. Let the players sow their own doom.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta throw the GM a bone to give him a break. Yesterday, I just gave my GM an idea for a cloud kill element.
Oh, woof. That's harsh. Oh, and I'll bring Onyx and Orbis up.
Although I did have 2 wonderful moments in that campaign with Parry and Repose and Critting.
Yeah.
It is wonderful.
Yeah. Our wizard may have dropped its frost giant to maybe 4 hit dice.
Right. Oh boy. I'm glad I prepared extra maps, although I will have to do some slight modifications because
Because of the pissed off dwarf.
well, the thing is, you get to stay under your mythic haste because this is literally, only a few feet down.
Oh,
it's
that's
even
just
better. So,
Yeah, as soon as
I am curious on how these other people who have been with us how much of a wide berth they're gonna give our wonderful dwarven friend after today.
Oh, you have probably traumatized several Black Ops agents.
that's okay. That's okay.
Because it's sort of, yeah, I'm used to tearing through things, but yeesh.
Yeah, and just to make a note, as soon as the guy goes squelch and he's done with the barrage of attacks, Magnus does drop the rage.
Fair enough. And yeah, I'll just clear the
Well, yeah, the
initiative.
source of the rage stopped moving.
No, the source of the rage stopped existing as anything other than a fine red paste.
Yeah.
On the ground, yep.
I'm picturing you just
Yeah,
end up
it just
kneecapping the
got
guy.
Over and over, over.
I almost feel sorry for it.
I don't.
Before heading up to here, Somebody would have cast Blur on herself, so
Okay.
I'm under the effective Blur.
Fair enough.
Wow.
But oh man, that was that beautiful. And I want you to do that to something bigger.
If I could control the way the dice rolled, I'd be doing it more often.
No, I want it to happen to a big boss fight.
No. Well, it won't happen this session because I know for a fact you can't get to the bottom of the actual dungeon I've got set up for you guys by the end of this session because...
Oh, and just think, I
It
get
doesn't
another
exist?
offhand attack.
Well, technically yes, but
Next.
that's only because I don't have enough map slots to do it and still have the rest of the other maps exist.
Yep.
I mean, this floor alone, the first floor alone takes up 7 maps.
Wow.
I think.
And just think,
So,
I
Major
get
Dungeon
another
Crawl.
attack next level.
Just let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It is going to
5,
be very
6,
amusing
7.
to
Oh,
see
8
what
maps. My
happens
mistake.
when they get all your attacks.
I just rolled a 1. I dropped my initiative.
But yes, that's yes. Watching Magnus go to work is
8. I will have 8 attacks as far as I can tell by this point. 5 of which will be at my full base attack bonus.
God.
All of which next level will be at my base attack, assuming we're continuing the every even level.
You have to if you want to actually get to max. If you want to get to max tier.
Yeah. So yeah, precision next level. All of my attacks will be at my highest base attack bonus next level.
Nice.
That's mildly disconcerting.
So much. There'll be so much fight pizza. They're not gonna be fights. It's gonna be fighting pizza.
And just think, 2 levels after that, I'm getting Titan's Rage.
Oh, that's yes, and I've just had a rather amusing thing of all the initiatives going up by the factor of the initiative modifier.
So just imagine that the what is it? Huge dwarf or large dwarf or
large.
what? Yeah, just imagine the large dwarf running around as quickly as I do, with shields that do more damage than most things' actual weapons.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have the other squad hang back because let's be fair, you guys aren't gonna need the extra 10 supporters.
Yeah, the other squad's like, we're just gonna stay out of the dwarf's way. We like our lives, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's going on. They saw the dwarf. They saw what happened. They were just like, yeah, we're gonna leave this up to you.
Okay,
Really quick
the one.
before we start initiative, could I size up that guy to figure out how tough he is in terms of melee combat?
The guy at the back is definitely looks more like a caster than he does a.
Hey Miles, you wanna go over the top with me?
And I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna try acrobatics, get over around these guys, and over the lake. Well, it's a little bit.
Okay, I will say that. Hang on. This here is a spiked barricade.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
fair. I was gonna try and jump again after that.
Okay, just wanted to bring it up. But yes, you can try and acrobatics
I want to see
around.
Miles jump over it on his motorcycle.
Yes, you can attempt to acrobatics to get around. The commander calls out that these are astral constructs.
There's no sharks though.
What knowledge is that?
That would be knowledge psionics, which is why he's telling you guys about it rather than.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think I
basically.
make it.
Hang on, I was just getting. Yeah, you do. I'll need a separate check for getting over the spiked barricade.
I figured.
Yeah, you get it.
And I'm gonna double check the distance because I think it's that was 35 to get to Lake Shore.
So yeah.
Yep, no, that's only the first movement.
Yeah. God. And thus the barricade becomes more of a problem for the psionic than it does for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a quick sense motive, make sure at least he knows. Does Casper look like he's?
Oh, he has the eyes of a full-blown fanatic.
Okay, I don't. There won't be any guilt in this.
Plus he is.
Cultists? I love cultists.
Catch my weapon cord so I can make the next attack.
Yeah, so the sword attack 1 and hasted attack both hit.
And those probably hit too.
Yes, all apart from rapid shot 2. So, 20, 38, 58, 71, 74, and you drop him.
Got him! I think that's enough for me today.
So when do the constructs still there, or did they vanish?
Yeah, no, they're still there, which does confuse the commander, because they're supposed to disappear with the death of their summoner, which means that they weren't summoned by that Psionicist, despite him looking very much like a meta shaper.
Judge a book by its cover.
More. Oh dear. Yeah, I go through all the trouble of prepping spellcasters and then this.
And then Matthias hops over a
Any
river
intelligent party knows you kill the caster first.
And, yeah, literally rules of Shadowrun. Geek the mage first.
Okay, Corden, you're up.
Yeah, I just saw this yesterday.
And never deal with a dragon.
Yeah, never ever make a deal with a dragon.
Oh.
This is in Shadowrun.
This is gonna hurt. I just realized I drew 3 attacks of opportunity doing that.
Yes, you did.
But you cleared the way for the rest of us. Thank you.
Presuming they
Take
don't.
your shots, Chris.
Yeah, just about to. Just double
Is
checking.
Orvis still with us?
Yeah, that's the right one. Oh boy, I forgot how tough these things are. Is that the right one? Ah, no, that's the level 8 one. I'm supposed to be using the level 7. Ooh, not much better. Attack 1.
I don't know how much my 26 armor class is gonna save me, but...
Attack 2.
Oh, crap, I'm screwed.
Attack 3.
Ooh.
He can only miss on a nat 1.
Orvis still with us.
No, he can miss on a 2. No,
No, 2
yeah,
would be
you're right.
26, which
Only
is my
that
armor
one.
class.
Because we may need the healing.
This is
Maddie
gonna
looks
hurt!
to Magnus. This is your fault. You drove the Sky Voice this far.
Oh.
Which one?
Well, it really
Doesn't
crap.
really matter.
Ooh, there you go. Let's see, 47 points of damage. Ow!
Are you still up?
Oh, I'm still up.
Yeah.
But that's like, that's over half my health right there. One.
Yeah, astral constructs are fun to use. They are ridiculous.
Well, I wasn't expecting, the plus 24 to attack.
No, and here's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah, honest, I was not expecting
On
that.
a die roll.
And here's the thing.
Actually,
They get two.
are me.
If they get full attacks, they get
They
2
actually are
slams.
Yeah, which worries me because Sion me goes and then they go.
Yeah, feel me? You're up.
That's Inky. No, it's still mine.
Oh,
I haven't done my attack yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You need to stab it!
Only the first attack.
That hits.
So, well, they're constructs, so they're not evil, so 11 points of damage.
Okay, see on me?
Excuse me while I go hide my face before I get slammed by 3 of them doing full attack on me.
Okay, Somi is gonna acrobatics to get here.
Okay.
Mostly because, dang it, this is a fight, and she's not the only one, and she refuses to be, well, Maddie's be the only one who does cool flips.
Got a hero's defiance ready there, Corden.
Okay. Yeah, you're able
No, but I do have sudden block ready.
Yeah, you're able to make it.
Woohoo! Alright, so now, and that's +2 to this attack because of flanking.
Yeah. And you get to use your sneak attack because...
That's the more important reason.
Yeah.
And fail horribly. Though since everyone else got those cords for the wrist so the sword doesn't drop, I also have one now.
Okay, so first one's up and then it's Xanarin and Zangiest. So which one is it? Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Here comes attack 1. And attack 2.
Who is this against?
Corden.
Yeah, they both hit. Like I said, you can only miss me on a nat 1.
Yeah. Astral constructs are surprisingly tough. 34 points.
Okay, we are gonna...
Get him out of here.
You know what? I am gonna use one of my mythic points and sunblock the second attack. So I need you to roll the attack roll again. You take the lower of the two. But I can only do one at a time. It still hit me. But the fun part.
Go on.
Show me.
Yeah?
Let's try to smack him again.
Okay!
Oh, by the way, this attack from her bypasses all damage reduction.
Yeah, they only have damage reduction magic anyway.
Just
I don't think 14 hits.
No.
No.
I'm rolling poorly.
Okay. Nope. Okay. Ouch. So I took 34 points of damage.
Yeah.
And there's still 2 more of them to go.
Don't worry, healer next.
I was thinking you might move in and try and get take
crap.
off.
I gotta refresh the page. It's not letting me click on my... There it goes. Never mind.
Never mind, they may try and hit me.
At least one of them will.
Well...
Yeah.
Yeah, oh.
So that was his turn, so it's Xanarin, you're up.
I'm gonna run up here.
Wow, ouch.
Yeah, that's a result.
Like I said, good thing I sucked up all the attacks of opportunity already.
Then
Well, one reading.
bump away on hands into Corden. So you get 22 points.
Okay.
So that was second move. And all right, yeah, and then one attack.
Miss.
Nope.
No, they're gonna attack me because I actually hit the guy.
But look at it this way: you're 22 points higher than you were.
I say, Zangiest is up.
You may go down, but you won't die.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go here on this one.
Oh fuck! I forgot to dump my swift action.
What would it?
And load Corden to increase his AC by 5.
Alright.
Well, if you want to,
that's my
if
bad.
you can have done that. That's not a problem.
Okay, Corden, all your saves and your AC increased by 5.
Okay.
Congratulations, you're less likely to die.
Only the first attack.
That misses.
Yeah. So I went from a 26 to a 31. Now he needs a 7 or higher to hit me.
He might
It's better chances than it was.
Yeah, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying he still has a fairly good chance. That's all.
Yeah, okay, so this one's turn, and actually it's not going to be hitting Corden, it's going to be hitting Xanarin.
You heal him.
Geek the healer.
Precisely. And did I miss? Yes, I missed Sonic.
You can't miss.
No, I missed putting Onyx in initiative, so I'll start with that at the start of the next round, and...
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, he's actually been rolling decent enough that even jumping me to a 31, I'm going to get hit.
Well, to be fair, these are at Xanarin, so...
Yeah.
You take 33 points
But
of
there's
damage.
still one more to go that that's going to probably hit me. So.
Yeah.
Unless Magnus kills it.
Alright, yeah, I'm at about half.
Okay, Miles, you're up.
Oh yeah, Orbis is with us. Okay, good.
Yeah, Orbis is here.
We're gonna need him.
Just a bit. Yeah, I'll put Orbis in the initiative as well when I put Magnus in.
You mean Onyx?
Onyx, yeah, sorry.
Well,
Taking the middle one
has
first.
something against constructs, doesn't he?
Yes, disable construct, but I think... Yeah, that's probably...
We're gonna need that. Very much so.
Attacking the middle one, using Mythic Point.
Okay, so it's all
Make
force
my attack.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then one extra. So just take the first one off this.
Okay.
Actually, I just realized I picked a really good fight to have Blur on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hate to tell you this, Miles. No hit.
The first one's +2, just because.
Oh, first one's
I
plus
need
2,
to
so the
edit
first
that.
one hits. Okay. But the first one's the only one that hits, I'm afraid.
What the hell is their AC?
28.
Oh no, no, actually, sorry, sorry, I'd missed, no, those two, the 28 and the 31, second attack and third attack of his second run don't apply.
No. Remember, the second section is only
The first attack.
first
Just
attack.
the first one's for the hasted attack. Since he doesn't have his hasted attack in there, so... Well, hasted attack only gives you one additional attack, not one complete round.
That's what I'm saying. It's
attacks.
only the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Alright, I feel better. So I was looking through and going, that missed? I thought that was the first attack. That's how it appeared on my screen.
Okay, that's easy enough done. Okay, so, right. So, Magnus, you're up.
Okay. Staying out of the range of the others.
Well, they don't have any AO right now.
No,
Oh.
no,
Not
Corden...
that it matters. You can work from the end on in.
Yes, particularly as I believe that that's the one that's next attacking anyway, so...
Oh no. Those all miss, don't they?
No, 3 of them hit.
Oh, 27 apparently is
Yeah.
I
good.
did also realize something. They were flat-footed. They would have had. I don't think they would have had attacks of opportunity on Corden. But now they would have had attacks of opportunity on everyone else.
I don't think flat-footed removes attacks of opportunity. It's just they don't get the dex.
Let's see. So, 28, 45, no, yeah, 45, 68.
Boom.
It's still standing. And it's looking right at you, Magnus.
That's okay. That's all.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, here come its 2 attacks.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. 40 damage, Magnus.
Ow.
I think I
Yeah,
found...
no, I just read that myself, Josh.
Yeah.
You were right.
Yeah, my mistake, sorry, on that, but...
That's okay. We goofed.
Yeah.
We'll deal with it.
Yeah, we do a goof on occasion, folks. It's... To err is human. Unfortunately, I do it a bit
Totally
too much.
screw up things. It takes a
And
computer.
we're pretty sure we're all human.
Well, if we aren't, then we've got different problems.
Well, crap. Now I'm in trouble.
Well, Mattias, you're up.
I've been told before I could be replaced by a human.
Okay. So, guessing you're playing Potshot?
Moving over here, I'll hold the acrobatics again, and I'll spin a plain ash because I don't feel like eating it or eating.
Okay.
Well, eating it this. Never mind. Well, I still use it, but I'll.
Yeah. So.
Spend another point for activating my swordsman flare and reach full attack.
Okay. Okay, so 4 hits. Which one are you aiming against?
The center one, the one I'm flanking.
Okay. So 15, 34, 47, 51, and 65. And it drops into a pile of ectoplasm.
Ew!
Well, what did you think they were?
Well,
I was going to say, because here's the image for them. If you want a full...
Yeah. Ectoplasm sort of kind of is the Psionics thing.
Yeah. But yeah,
This is really tempted to trip Miki right now, but...
No, that's what Somi says, because she is unfamiliar with Psionics, so she's just like...
I know, but that's why I'm tempted to trip her and make her fall into said goop.
You get slimed.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Okay, Corden, you're up.
Alright, well...
Why don't I get the
Oh! I'm gonna be mean in my turn.
Why does that worry me? You sound far too gleeful at calling it.
Crap! Oh, crap.
Wow, the dice do not like you tonight.
Nah, they've been hating me today. Must be payback for yesterday, man.
Oof. Yeah, you did have some pretty good luck last night. Okay, Xiaomi, you're up.
Okay!
Oh, I forgot
Who
to-
wants to see Somi bull rush 2 constructs at the same time?
Yes.
And I'll just get on it.
With nothing but the power of bluff.
Oh dear. I'll just get Onyx into the initiative and then do the same for...
Alright, I'm gonna roll a bluff check, and they have to... Hold on, I gotta... And if it is above... Yeah, in place of my CMD. I am very mad if I know I can do it to up to 3 opponents around me.
Okay.
And for this not to work, they have to successfully get a higher sense motive.
Yeah, that's not possible for them.
Yeah, these guys are both gonna fall flat on their asses then.
Okay, yeah, because, well, I'll still roll for them, because, so what's your total? I haven't seen...
I'm about to roll the bluff.
Okay.
23!
Yeah, so they need to nat 20.
So basically, Somi feints charge both of them and then jumps off them to act like she's gonna feint the other, and that causes them to fall like they've been bull rushed.
Okay, so they are now prone. Okay, right, so...
The party is welcome.
Alright, and now Orbis is going to just fly over and selective channel.
Thank you, Orbis.
Yeah.
Does that include me?
Yes.
Should do.
Well,
Just double checking though to make sure the aura...
Yeah, it should. He's in it.
it's a 30-foot aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Cause ow, those things fucking hurt.
They do.
Never noticed.
Oh man, they look nasty. And
It's only 13 points, but...
yeah,
It's better than nothing.
it's something.
Let's put it this way: before Xanarine healed me, I was down to 5.
Can Orbis
I
fire?
have 86 hit
Black
points on
causes
the max.
And on the plus side, they
sorry,
are on the
guys,
ground, so
Matthias, what did you say?
I was just asking, can Matt Orbis wear a flaccidly positive channeling?
You could technically get him one and have him absorb it, yes.
We're just gonna feed him those like they're candy, like they're hard candies in a bowl.
He can only have the effect of one at a time.
Damn.
No, you cannot just buy all the healing items and stack them on him.
But why not?
because the little orb's not a pack mule.
I was gonna say, I've already given you free selective channel equivalent to a pretty high level cleric. I think that's generous enough.
Yeah, we may not be able to heal as fast as Magnus deals damage, but we're still able to heal pretty fast.
Yeah.
Well, we're players. We always ask for more. Come on.
Okay, so
That's the whole point.
who is going to take advantage of the prone?
All of us.
Whoever's next.
Well, I was
Which
gonna
is
say,
one
it's
of that.
Ah, dang it, he's gonna get back up.
well, that will still provoke an
Yeah.
attack of opportunity from Xanarine, and it is at a minus. Let's see, it's a -4 and it loses its dexterity.
And me.
Oh yeah.
Only the first goes, which is a shame.
Yeah. Your... Let's see. Matthias, your first attack hits, Xanarine, yours does not.
Yeah. I expected that.
Yeah. I think I know who he's gonna want to hit.
Yeah, Xiaomi. It's looking straight at you.
And he's got reach.
Or trying to, considering I am a blurry person right now.
Yes. Well, it'll be
20% miss chance.
Yep.
better than nothing.
Better than nothing, and if he gets below a 25, I can use Mythic Dodge to not get hit at all.
They don't roll below 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, please. Roll the mischance.
I'm just rolling the 2 attacks and then...
For the second attack, I'm using Mythic Dodge.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm at 35, he can't hit me.
Okay, and... Yeah, the first attack misses. Okay, Xanarin, you're up.
That is one very confused construct right now.
Yeah.
Full attack on this guy.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh. You only got one hit, but it was a crit at least.
Yeah.
So,
Not great damage either, but hey. Every bit helps.
Yeah.
And then immediate for myself and move action towards Corden. Corden, you get 12 more points.
Go.
and
Okay, I'm up over half hit points now.
Right, Zangief's turn.
Zangief, well, obviously full attack that one.
Yeah.
All is still on his back, going to help him a turtle, and they can't get up.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna have to do this twice because, well,
Because of the haste attack.
Yeah.
See, so longsword.
No, short sword did some damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say short sword confirms the crit.
And just the first one for the long sword. That hit too.
Yeah, so 15, 25. And you take it out.
That's 25 points of damage.
Nice.
And Miles,
Yeah,
you're up.
I'll be right back.
You know, the only thing that I wish was different about that crit is I wish that my longsword was Vorpal.
Yes, well.
Nat 20 bad the construct.
Hang on, so. Well, you didn't have to roll the second one, dude. You got a confirmed crit. So.
I don't care. I want to shoot the tiny bits that come off the big bits.
You are not happy about your last time, are you? Let's see. So. 28.
He needs to overcompensate.
39.
Let him overcompensate.
135. 168. 208.
I feel like Miles and Magnus are in a race for most damage dealt to an enemy.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah. Okay, so that's.
Miles just crit and killed the last one.
Oh, that was interesting. Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, the
move...
fun thing is I only crit on that 20, so.
These are horrible, and we're gonna have to fight more of these, aren't we?
Yep.
Yes, but probably not in threes next time.
Nah, next time there's gonna be 6.
Yeah.
No,
Don't lie, Chris.
No, I'm not trying to be an unfair GM. I am trying to make this fun.
Okay, fine. There's gonna be 4 of them.
Right, it probably is Chris's final plan. We walk in, we're immediately trapped in the Tomb of Horrors.
No, I wouldn't do that. If I'm going to run Tomb of Horrors, it's because the party have asked. Well, after I get the seat.
When Tomb of Horrors was originally made, it was intentionally made as a party killer dungeon.
Yeah, and I will say
Yeah, that guy said it was at his luck.
Yeah, I was gonna say if and if the party asks to run Tomb of Horrors, I will only agree after the Psyche Valves come back. Because, let's be fair, you gotta be a special kind of masochist to want to play through the Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah, I think if we do Tomb of Horrors, like we'd have to do the 5e version just for the simple sake of all of our settings without having so many mechanics to have to work.
To be fair, there is actually a Pathfinder conversion of the original one.
Well, no, I figured something like that, but I still stand by what I said. It's going to be a lot. So probably save us a ton of headache.
Yeah, fair point. Right, I'm going to move you lot together, and then I will move you into the first room of the dungeon. But I think we're going to call it there so I can rebalance again, just to make sure.
Maps?
No,
Yeah,
I've got
and
the
I can
first
say
floor.
probably before we go in, we take a short heal break to make sure the party's healed.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have Orbis give a couple more blasts of the.
According, you're good. Let's stay out of the heal for the rest of us.
Should that be enough?
I'm good.
Oh, that's
40 more points.
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
Come on, game.
In fact, I'll just. Oh,
think
do you want
that'll
to examine? Do you want to have the commander examine the collar on the meta shaper?
Oh yeah, that puts
Yes.
me up.
As we steal anything interesting off the corpse.
Okay, right. So I'll just go to the correct one for this.
Full health.
Okay, so what you find on his corpse, apart from the collar, is a third eye headband +2, a Pathfinder greatcoat, and a ring of featherfall.
The
What's the
third
headband?
headband +2. +2 what?
The third eye headband is a +2 what's the proper word? Give me a second whilst I try and remember what the actual term is, because it's one of the more odd bonuses that you can get. It's one of the ones that.
Point it up now.
Thank you.
Sacred.
No, it's.
Unholy.
Thing I pulled out from Third Eyes is just a shit ton of different kinds of third.
Oh, my mistake. Sorry, give me a second. No, it was precognition defensive that gave the correct type. Precognition defensive. There we go. It's it gives a +2 insight bonus to armor and saves.
Ooh. And since it's a headband, it's a tribute bonus.
It gives a +2 to intelligence, with granting ranks in knowledge psionics. And
The equipment. I do not have anything in that slot.
don't
Neither do I.
Yeah, but you get at least I know at least one of you already gets charisma to saving throws, so I think someone else needs it more.
Yeah.
Oh, just giving a quick. Okay, so the commander is able to identify the collar. It's a psionic relay collar. Basically, it relays the abilities of the person who created it through the wearers.
Fun.
So we're dealing with people who more or less know whatever this guy figured out in his short life.
It's more a case of the field that's creating the mind control effects is not being generated by any of the people out here. It's whoever created these collars that is generating the mind control.
Sweet, I need to make a few of these.
No.
To be fair, unless you can find a large number of psionic users, it's going to be useless for you. It's not to mention you need the ability to craft psionic items.
Not to mention that the paladin object.
Oh, don't worry, I can
As does the
make
rogue.
I make psionic items.
Yeah, so you've got the rogue and the paladin objecting.
And the Matt Swashbuckler.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring you guys through to the map.
Just like, no, no, and no.
And the dwarf that could pound you into a paste.
Magnus, keep this for Miles. He goes,
Think of a research
Duly
facility.
noted.
Think of a research facility with these on.
Still no.
No!
What? Why?
Because mind controlling people is a dick move.
Well, that's why you make it like temporary. You put like an hour-long limit on it, and they research during that hour, then boom, comes off.
Okay, folks, can I get perception checks when you're entering the building?
Sure, and
Okay.
can somebody make a stealth check before entering?
Yes,
I'd
I'll
like to
just,
do so as well.
I'll just organize you guys.
Alright, stealth check first,
Stealth.
and perception.
Gordon sees nothing.
My stealth
And once
is-
again, I stealth almost as well as the party rogue.
Yeah, again, my stealth is not very good that round. But, hey,
Okay, you're able to tell that
Oh,
there
you're on
aren't
stealth
any...
rolls too.
No, that was just the on me choosing to. So you're able to get into the main room, and you come into a vaulted ceilinged hall that's made out of green stone. There are strange pillars throughout that glow with purple light.
does somebody see any traps?
No, there are no traps as far as you can tell in this room.
Oh shoot! This looks like something to Cthulhu.
This looks like something that we should break.
Yeah, that's something we should definitely break.
after we get everything out, because we don't know what may bring this place down.
Okay, we're going to be calling it here for tonight, folks. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back with this next week to deal with...
When they confront our Lathatep.
well, when we start dealing with the cult of the Whispering Hills in their stronghold.
As we convert this game to Call of Cthulhu.
Yep. I actually haven't thought about trying to get Chris into running Cthulhu Punk.
Well, Cthulhu Pulp, yeah, I can do...
You know, the suggestion of Cthulhu is bad enough. The worst part is he's calling it Whispering Hills, and my mind is slipping to Silent Hill.
I will say the Whispering
The
Hills...
last thing I want to see is Pyramid Head showing up.
I will say, if you look into the NeoExodus setting, the Whispering Hills is an already existing area.
I know.
And also the Cthulhu Pulp thing that you're talking about, it's actually meant to be a much more survival version of Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
More
I
play
played
action.
it for Cthulhu.
Right, we're gonna... So we will So see you guys next week, and if anyone's got an interest in video games, I'll be playing Hand of Fate on Tuesday and Thursday at 5 PM Eastern. First, on Tuesday, I'll be taking on the dealer, which should be interesting. So, bye-bye for now, and take care.
Bye, everybody!
Have a good one,
See ya.
everyone.
And yeah, Magnus, I'll send you the file for the... I'll send you the info on the shards.
Much appreciated. But have a good day, everyone. I'm getting going.
Hey, so before you go, can I at least get the answer of is that game back on?
Yes.
Okay, good. You just mentioned Monday, so I wanted to confirm. That's
I
all.
actually didn't